This is probably one of the most best. This is a fantastic statement. And this brings up the point about how being the street cop, an American street cop, is the single most difficult job in America today. Not the most dangerous, but definitely the most difficult. And your statement absolutely proves that point. This is in response to my hatchet-wielding subject versus cop, where you said, in use of force training, this is a shoot-to-kill situation. The classes make that clear. Now, if this was a class taught for civilians, I'd 100% agree with you and say if somebody approaches you with an edged weapon with intent to harm you, you better make sure that motherfucker is not breathing. Drop them with all bad intentions. When it comes to the police, remember, their job is to uphold the Constitution and to keep the peace and maintain order in a free society. There's anywhere the police where they swear an oath to administer punishment. That is the court's job. Sadly, we know the court undermines so much work the police do. And this is where the angry mob on both sides of the anti-cop and the pro-police movements get pissed, and the person who has to wind up dealing with that fallout is the American police officer. They have to deal with their own humanity, their own feelings, their own morality, upholding the Constitution, and appeasing both sides, all while being betrayed and rarely supported by command staff and government. This is why I'm so hard on cops who don't take this job seriously, and why I'm hard on people like Sheriff Grady Judd who brag about shooting and killing people and reinforcing mob mentality to think that it's the job of the American police officer to do their dirty work and administer punishment. When it comes to deadly force, the role of deadly force is to terminate life-threatening behavior, not to terminate life. So if you're somebody with a knife on scene and I pull up and I point my pistol at you, and my presence alone with my pistol pointed at you gets you to drop a knife, I terminated life-threatening behavior. If I happen to need to pump 13 rounds into you until you drop that knife and then you still live, but I take you into custody and I afford you due process, deliver you to court, terminated life-threatening behavior. If you died in the process, that wasn't my intent. My intent was to keep the peace, maintain order in a free society, and uphold the Constitution. And it may seem like, oh, Izzo, you're off your mind. You don't want your cops out there with the mentality that they go out there to shoot to kill. You want grown men and women who can control themselves, control their emotions, know that they deal with some of the shittiest human beings on the planet. And no matter how bad one side wants them protected and the other side wants them fucking annihilated off this planet, it's not their call. They can restrain themselves better than any other human being on the planet because we hold them to a higher standard than anyone else out there, and they can control their limitations, and they can take it just to the edge of what the law and what we expect them to do. This discussion that you brought up is one of the most powerful and important that we need to have out there. I can't thank you enough for this. We need to have more talks like this.